Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott Wave analysis. This is indicators analysis for Bitcoin. We're gonna dive deeper first with Elliott Wave here in this level on the 1 hour chart, and then of course we're gonna see the indicators MACD, RSI, KGT, and the EMAs from the daily, weekly, and the micro levels. So we're gonna start with Elliott Wave here. As we can see, the price since Friday, it has started to push toward the downside. Kind of an impulse, but this impulse is not finished perfectly, I would say. Internally, we have, of course, an overlap here somehow. If we have a large 1, 2, 3, 4, it has interfered for, of course, with the zone 1. But in case that this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, we'll see, of course, next we would like to see, of course, something as a rebound toward the upside. Now, we didn't finish here even with 5 waves. We finished somehow 3 waves. So meaning A, B, C, or W, X, and a Y finished here. And we start to see a signal of strength toward the upside since we have finished in 3 waves here. That means, of course, this can be, of course, a W, X, and a Y finished and not an impulse. Because if you want to read this as an impulse, you cannot really turn it into an impulse in any other way rather than finishing, of course, a wave 1 here. Again, expanding diagonal because wave 4 longer than wave 2, which is very, very rare. And I cannot give an expanding diagonal here as possibility. Yeah, then you are looking at a wave 2, which is very, very long in time as well based on the wave 1. Which reducing so much the possibility, the continuity toward the downside here, especially that we see, of course, a signal of strength since yesterday, and we start to see a push toward the upside again. Meaning we are looking again, of course, for higher continuation of this expanding diagonal, which is the most rare pattern that we might have in Elliott Wave. However, it doesn't mean that we cannot use it in some specific situations like this one, where you don't have any other option here to finish at least an A, B, and a C toward the upside. Because a wave C, of course, has to be an expanding diagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You need 5 waves toward the upside to finish a wave C, in case we still corrective here as an A, B, C, and that we are pushing toward the downside here. So wave C is an expanding diagonal. There is no other way here to read 5 ways up. Now, of course, W, X, and Y, it is finished over there, and you are already bearish then. But if you are bearish here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, meaning wave 2 here, didn't took the high, but yeah, I mean, it took the 886, and that means, of course, it looks like it's gonna take it one more time again, and that means continuation toward the upside here as an expanding diagonal. Yep, so basically expanding diagonal is of course on the way as an ABC zigzag, because we are also in zigzags here. So this one is an A, running flat for wave B, wave C as an impulse. We have an A, B, and a C also for wave 1, meaning zigzags, all of them. And might be, of course, a large impulse might be unfolding for Bitcoin, and it might take, of course, as this blue box around the 77K and the 86K, which is very, very close, by the way, to our invalidation of bearish. Now, this invalidation of bearish is a zone 1, meaning if you are in a 1, 2 here and wave 3, and this is your wave 4, the wave 4 is not allowed, of course, to reach the invalidation there, meaning no impulse downward. This is total, of course, invalidation, and we are looking for something as a bull run, meaning this expanding diagonal is not an expanding diagonal anymore. It is a 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and wave 3, 4, 5, 4, 5 is unfolding towards the upside, meaning, of course, somehow as a bull rally, not bull run, because we might take the new all-time high as per our deep analysis, but very likely to be in a large ABC toward the upside. So basically, we are looking therefore to several 1-2s, or it can be even a large double 1-2, meaning this is a 1-2. The diagonal here, expanding diagonal, is another wave 1. getting wave 2, and then pushing toward the upside. However, if the price does not reach the $86K, $250, that means we're still under a bearish pressure here as a potential impulse, and it might be a correction, A, B, and a C after finishing the expanding diagonal, and then pushing bearish towards the downside. Another possibility for the bearish is not even taking a new high, and that means, of course, let this work as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, despite that I don't see it as a finished wave 1. But of course, internally, if there is something impulsive there, then okay, we will not reach the new high here, and then it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Unlikely, because of course I don't see yet a finished impulse there, and I see a signal of strength continuation toward the upside. Plus, we didn't took, of course, the 886. We still, of course, very far from it. Not very, I mean, a very tiny gap here between the 886. So the things are still looking perfect as a 1, 2. You finished an impulse wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Of course, continuation toward the upside. So those are the possibilities. Now, the highest possibility or the priority scenario right now is the expanding diagonal. We have no other option rather than using this pattern right now. And this is exactly where it comes to use such a pattern in Elliott Wave. Of course, it's very, very rare to use this, only when the situation is blocked with other possibilities, meaning, of course, as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the only possibility to finish 5 waves over there. Now, many of you in the comment mentioned what about W, X, and a Y. Also, a wave Y doesn't work so much because, of course, if you are in a W, X, and a wave Y, the wave Y has to be, of course, 3 waves toward the upside, meaning you need still an A, B, and a C here, which it might be still the same situation, looking for one more high, which I doubt it again. Because of course the W and the wave Y doesn't match already at all. Yeah, so the large wave Y doesn't match with the W. It's a little bit far possibility. Highest possibility again becomes for the expanding diagonal wave C. Yep, so this is regarding Elliott Wave. Let's see the indicators, RSI and MACD. So for the RSI and the MACD on the 1 hour chart here, we can see as well that the RSI is rebounding from the middle or the center line here toward the upside again, showing resiliency and of course strength toward the upside. MACD also is open as well for higher. The MACD line and the signal lines are still open above the center line here, with the momentum increasing toward the upside. So this is a signal of strength again for Bitcoin on the 1 hour chart regarding RSI, confirming that something is pushing again towards higher prices. On the 4 hours chart as well, the same, we can see of course a signal of strength for the RSI from the center line, rebounding upward towards of course the oversold area, and especially that the MACD, the momentum is reducing here, having an increased momentum in the bullish before it, and of course we're getting another bullish cross again here for the signal and the MACD line, which it might rebound towards higher prices again. On the daily, we are looking as well a signal of strength, very strong signal of strength. The daily is above right now the center line, broken. We're looking for higher, increased momentum, and still increasing open signals for the signal line and the MACD line. We're looking for higher definitely here. So very strong indication from the MACD and the RSI. The most beautiful indication here is the weekly. For the RSI, you hit, of course, the oversold areas. This never happens, only when a bull run starts. So we got 1, 2 right now, 3, 4, and basically those are the 4 times in all-time history where the RSI, of course, hits on the weekly. And each time the RSI hits the weekly oversold area, we have a bull run, guys. Always a bull run, and that is, of course, definitely a signal for a bull run as well for Bitcoin there, which it can be a new all-time high in an expanding diagonal, of course, explained again in the deep analysis. Of course, if you go back for the deep analysis from yesterday, we might reach here an A, be even expanding flat, taking the new high, as well as a very strong wave B, and then pushing down, of course, again. So this is a very, very strong signal for Bitcoin. I'm looking definitely for higher here, at least ABC, also regular flat, the wave B there, can be hitting, of course, a new high and above the 100K, as we mentioned in the titles before for Bitcoins. Those are not clickbaits. Those means something there, and that because, of course, we might push for higher. As MACD, also the momentum is reducing for the bearish, meaning we're pushing for higher. A bullish cross is very, very close for the signal and the MACD line, meaning, of course, yes, we are rebounding towards the upside. This is regarding RSI and MACD. Let's go to KGT. For the KGT, we're going to start from the micro level 10-second time frame here, where we are seeing this uptrend from the last low. We see, of course, a bullish signal, meaning, of course, continuation here toward the upside, invalidation of the bearish, meaning on the micro level, we are continuing for higher prices so far. On the 30-second time frame, we see also the same signal, a very nice signal for bullish, and we push a very, very high invalidation of the bearish, taking, of course, the reference point, and we're still pushing for higher. Now, if we move to the 1 minute chart here, where we can see, of course, a little bit of this downtrend since Friday, we can see a 1-2 here unfolding, and we see, of course, a bearish signal. Now, this bearish signal, of course, here it says, of course, a bearish, that because we have potentially here some pressure, of course, from the upper side. And it might play, yeah, it might play. However, if you take a look here, you see that this bearish is taking the high here. And that means, of course, the invalidation is very, very potential here to be taken in the top, meaning if the micro level here continues to be bullish and showing another bullish signal again later on, and of course the invalidation will stay active there, this is going to transform to an invalidation as well by taking the high there. So so far, of course, there are some pressure for selling. Of course, don't forget that we have it from there already from the reference here, and there are still some pressure. It can play, but if the micro or the 10 seconds, 30-second time frame will keep showing the invalidation and a new bullish signal, meaning we're gonna see some pressure toward the downside. But when this price goes down and we see another bullish signal here, that is, of course, definitely continuation for higher. This 1 minute will continue for higher, and it will take the high here, turning this signal to invalidation. And in this scenario, of course, as we saw there, if this happens, of course, as per Elliott Wave here, we might see, of course, whether a finished expanding diagonal there, yeah, by taking the high here, expanding diagonal, then okay, we push bearish. Otherwise, we continue as a bull run. We take the 86K 200, and the things will turn, of course, for bullish here, especially on the 1 minute chart, if the bullish will continue, of course, and this transform to an invalidation. So that is very, very interesting. I'm waiting for the signal as well, where we become, of course, in a bull run there for a new all-time high, or for a number above the 100K again for Bitcoin. Finally, we're gonna see the EMAs here. For the EMAs, we're gonna start also on the 1 hour chart. Nice, the EMA for the 1 hour, of course, the price is above the 2 EMAs. After, of course, a bullish cross here, we're still pushing toward the upside, so that is a very, very nice signal. For the micro level, definitely we are still continuing for higher on all indicators, guys. So very clear signal from the indicators, MACD, RSI, KGT, AMAs also showing, of course, higher prices. Currently, the 4 hours chart here, it's for the first time that the price range decisively above the EMAs. Since the drop for this impulse, we never saw the price pushing above the EMAs and persist, meaning you pushed before and you break it directly, but this time you pushed above it, and this correction has rebounded from it. This is a decisive move right now, of course, for Bitcoin above the EMAs. It's a very bullish signal again. For the daily, of course, the daily are in a bearish cross since this dropped toward the downside. Don't forget, of course, this A, B, and a C might reach the EMA as diagonal, as we mentioned. So in case we are in an expanding diagonal here as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, so the wave 5 might reach, of course, the EMA there, and then pushing, of course, correctively again in case we are corrective. In case we are in a bull run, of course, we're going to get a rebound here and then pushing for higher, breaking, of course, those EMAs over there. And that means, of course, an A, B, and a C here might be unfolding as, of course, a correction, and then having wave C later on for a deeper price, of course, as a bear market. Yep, so all the signals, guys, and even Elliott Wave suggest right now a push toward the upside is still very resilient, of course, and we're still looking for higher. Most of the indicators shows also the same signal, which agree or confirms this scenario that it might happen for a Bitcoin. Expanding diagonal or a bull run, or of course bearish from there, right? Or even from there can be possible, but of course all the indicators disagree right now that we're gonna be bearish. Definitely there is something to push for higher. So to be watched is this area, and we'll see the reaction and we'll take it from there. Yep, so that was it, the indicators analysis. Before you leave, make sure to join our private Discord community. There you will get daily updates faster than YouTube, plus exclusive bonus trading signals for the gold, silver, Bitcoin, and stocks. You can also request one special technical analysis every day and get access even to our only members video on YouTube and also on Discord. And stay ahead, of course, with economic and political news that actually moves the market. And of course, we do regular Q&A sessions, so you can get your questions answered directly in the Discord. And of course, if you're serious about leveling your trading, the Discord link is below in the description and in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye-bye.